if you want to become more influential, you have to make progress because your influence is a product of the improvements you make. If you get better, you'll become more influential. But if you don't strive to get better, you're going to actually lose influence. And this is based on a principle, on a law, and that's the law of entropy, which in simple terms says things tend to disorder. That means if I don't intentionally work on getting better, I'm going to naturally get worse. I like to say it like this: all progress requires attention, but regression only requires neglect. If I want to become more influential, I have to put forth deliberate effort in becoming influential. But if I don't, if I neglect that area of my life, regression is going to happen because entropy naturally comes in and destroys whatever progress I may have made in the past. That's why it's so important to make improvements because every day we're not getting better, we're going to get worse. And another reason to make improvements is because it will help us to become more influential on high achievers. High achievers are people who reach high levels of success in their areas of expertise. One example of this is former NBA basketball player Allen Iverson. When he played, he was one of the best of the best. In fact, he won the MVP in 2001 and made the finals that year. But the next year, he had an unsuccessful season, at least a season that didn't meet expectations, and he was knocked out in the first round. Afterwards, he had a press conference, and one of the reporters during the press conference tried to give Allen Iverson advice about his shooting percentage, saying if you improve your shooting percentage, you could get better results. And Allen Iverson, this did not please him. Well, it did please him because he was amused by a reporter trying to give him advice, but he wasn't pleased in the sense that he wasn't influenced by the reporter's advice, even though the reporter's advice was actually valid. And I'll show you a clip right here.
Only as hell. So what I gotta do? Y'all tell me what y'all want me to do.
Can I respond?
Yeah.
There are people who suggest, me among them, that instead of shooting 40%, if you were in...
What you know about basketball?
I know...
Have you ever played?
Yes.
I don't know Phil Jackson. I don't know you as a basketball player. I mean, for real. I know you as a columnist. Listen, I don't know you as no player though. I ain't never heard of you as no player.
Why is that an issue?
Why is that an issue? Because we talking about basketball.
And we can see how Allen Iverson, he was like, man, we're talking about basketball. Basketball is an area you don't have credibility in because you haven't made the improvements that would help you to become a great basketball player. So why would I take advice from you if you've never been in my shoes? And that's the case with all of us. If we don't continue to get better, how could we influence high achievers when we don't have that type of credibility? Another group of people we'll lose influence over if we don't continue to get better is people who are already under our influence. Because when they see that we don't get better ourselves, we can't really inspire them to get better. How can we produce a result that's inconsistent to results we're producing within our own lives? That doesn't make sense. Our inconsistency is producing a lack of trustworthiness within the other people, and they're going to seek other leaders to be led by when we don't make improvements ourselves. See, what I'm really pointing to is your reputation. It's your integrity. It's your ability to get better, even when no one is watching. That is what leaders do. They make sure to put in effort, even though no one else may see. And that is the test of a man's character. A test of a man's character is what they do when they know no one is going to notice. How's your integrity? How's your character? How's your faithfulness when you know that no one is going to know if you act inconsistent to the integrity you show out in public? That shows your true character. And one leader who had character was former NBA player Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, during the 2008 Olympics, all the other players, they went out to go party, but Kobe, he did not party. Instead, he went to the gym. And then when the players came back in the morning, they saw Kobe Bryant working out. They're like, Kobe, where are you? We didn't see your party. He was like, yeah, I went to work out. And that influenced the players. The other players said, hey, if Kobe's working this hard, I also want to work this hard. And everyone except for Carmelo Anthony went to work out with Kobe at 5 a.m. in the morning because of his effort, because he chose to make improvements instead of just going to a party. He chose to get better. And from that, from leading by example, he now influenced others to also get better. And that's how we need to operate. We need to operate in the way of controlling the controllables. When I control what I can control, I'll influence others to also control what they can control. So when I get better, I'll influence others, I'll inspire others to also want to get better. However, if I get worse, I then lose that type of influence. I'm not controlling what I can control. So others are following my bad example and they'll be inspired to actually settle for complacency. See, complacency is when we settle for an outcome that's beneath our potential. Every time we're not getting better, we're actually becoming complacent. We're settling for an outcome that's beneath our potential. What potential means, it means getting better every day. And that's the point of leadership. Leadership is the help of the people to reach their potential, which is helping the people to get better every day. Because when they make those type of improvements, they will get better results for themselves. But once again, like I've been saying all video, if we don't do that ourselves, if we don't make improvements ourselves, how can we inspire others to make improvements for themselves? So choose to get better. Choose to be on a path that reaches your potential, that you're getting better every day, rather than settling for complacency, and that will help you to become more influential. See, influence in simple terms means to get someone to do something. Now, we can't force other people to do something. I can't make you get better. I can't make you put forth effort. But what I can do, once again, is control the things within my power. It's controlling the controllables, like Kobe Bryant, choosing to work out even though no one else is going to see me work out. By having that type of character, by having that type of integrity, other people see that. They see the good results we're getting from our integrity, from our character, and they'll be inspired to do the same. Make improvements and you'll become more influential. If you want to learn more about becoming more influential, read my book about controlling the controllables, how anyone can become influential. The message is simple. When I control what I can control, I'll influence others to also control what they can control. And if you want to learn more about that, as I've been talking about in this video, read this book. You can find it on austinmurray.com and you can buy it on Amazon. So check that out. And thank you guys for watching. I think I talked a little bit fast in this video, so I'll make sure to definitely slow it down in the future, God willing. But thank you guys for watching. Feel free to subscribe and comment.